Power once held is never easily forgotten. Jessica, the Wolf Queen, was feared and revered, a ruler of unmatched strength. But even the strongest hearts can long for peace. She abandoned her throne, seeking refuge in the quiet solitude of the woods, hoping to give her daughter a life free of war and suffering. But fate had other plans, and when betrayal came knocking, Jessica was forced to embrace the darkness she had once left behind. The Wolf Queen, once a beacon of strength, had vanished. To the world she was lost. But in reality, Jessica had chosen exile. Disguised as a healer, she traded her sword for the art of healing. Her daughter, innocent and bright-eyed, knew nothing of her mother's brutal past. Jessica believed she had done the right thing, shielding her child from a world steeped in blood. Trust is a fragile thing. Jessica, believing she was giving her daughter a safe haven, sent her to the Russo pack. But the wolves were not kind. They saw weakness where there was innocence, prey where there should have been protection. Jessica's daughter was reduced to a mere servant, humiliated, beaten, cast aside like she was nothing. When Jessica learned the truth, the fire inside her roared to life once more. The Wolf Queen had stayed hidden long enough. Some queens rule with wisdom, others with mercy. Jessica had tried both. Now she would rule with vengeance. The Russo pack had made a fatal mistake. They had underestimated the woman who had once commanded legions. Justice would be served, and she would be the executioner. It started with a whisper, a shadow in the trees. Then came the screams. One by one the oppressors fell. The Wolf Queen had returned, and she brought the wrath of a mother scorned. Jessica was not just fighting for her daughter. She was fighting for every innocent who had suffered at the hands of cruelty. When the dust settled, only one truth remained. The Wolf Queen had reclaimed her throne. But the battle was only the beginning. In the ruins of the Russo pack's stronghold, Jessica discovered something darker than she had imagined. Lord Killian Darkmoon, an old enemy, had his claws deep in the underbelly of power. He had manipulated the Russo pack, bending them to his will. If he had been willing to torment a child, what else was he planning? The war was far from over. Jessica could have turned away, could have taken her daughter and vanished once more. But true leaders do not abandon their people. If Darkmoon was left unchecked, more would suffer. And so she rode into battle one last time, not just as a mother, but as a warrior, as a queen. And when the dust settled, justice was served. The Wolf Queen's tale is one of blood, vengeance, and pain. But it is also one of redemption. She fought not for power, not for glory, but for those who could not fight for themselves. And in the end, she won. What do you believe?